Hello everyone, welcome to the Vocabulary Book 6 Unit 7 video created by Mr. Yazid but presented by Sean Collins. First up, a ban. Noun, something that is prohibited, especially by law. Ban, noun, something that is prohibited, especially by law. For example, smoking, a ban on smoking, a ban on racism, a ban on theft. They are all prohibited because they are against the law. You can also use a ban as a verb. For example, if you talk impolitely in the group, we're going to ban you from the server. In online gaming, if you're rude, you can be banned from the server. A choice. Noun, an option. Choice, noun, an option. For example, you have a choice, left or right. You have a choice, left or right. And is there a verb form? Yes, there is. Choose. Choose. Example, which direction will you choose? Left or right? It's your choice. A dilemma. Noun, a difficult decision. A dilemma, noun, a difficult decision. For example, Ali had a dilemma. He only had 3 tickets to spare, but he had 4 friends. He had to choose which 3 to take and 1 to leave. It is a dilemma. Ali has 3 tickets to spare, but he has 4 friends, and he has to choose 3 and which 1 to leave. It is a dilemma, a difficult decision. There's no right or wrong. It's just difficult to choose. A drought. Noun, a long period without rain. Again, a drought is a noun, and it means a long period without rain. For example, this desert is in the middle of a drought. It hasn't rained here for a long time. This desert is in the middle of a drought. It hasn't rained here in over a long time. A finding. Noun, a conclusion reached by a study. Finding is a noun, and it is a conclusion reached by a study. Example, the study made a shocking finding from the X-ray, a tumor. The doctor made a shocking finding from the X-ray, a tumor. And a verb, we can use, what's the verb form of finding? That's right, find. Find. For example, X-rays can find hidden illnesses. X-rays can find hidden illnesses. A reservoir. Noun, a large natural or artificial lake. A reservoir is a noun, and it is a large natural or artificial lake. What does artificial mean? Well, it means the opposite of natural. Natural is made by nature, but artificial is man-made. So an example using a reservoir, for example, There is a large reservoir filled with water outside of town. There is a large reservoir filled with water outside of town. A tipping point. Noun, the moment when small changes become serious. The tipping point is a noun, and it means the moment when small changes become serious. For example, time is running out. We are reaching a tipping point. Time is running out. We are reaching a tipping point. The moment when small changes become serious. A withdrawal. Noun, the act of taking something out. Again, a withdrawal. Noun, the act of taking something out. For example, you can make a withdrawal at an ATM. You can go to the ATM to make a withdrawal, to take out money, right? The act of taking something out. When you make a withdrawal from a bank, you are taking out money. And what is the verb? That's right, withdraw. Withdraw. Accumulate. Verb, to gradually increase in size. Build up. Accumulate. Verb, to gradually increase in size. To build up. For example, over time, farmers usually accumulate lots of animals. Over time, farmers usually accumulate lots of animals, like we can see in this picture. Are there any other word forms we can think about for accumulate? That's right, there is the concept itself, the noun, accumulation. Accumulation. For example, the accumulation of great wealth can turn a man sour. The accumulation of great wealth can turn a man sour, can turn a man evil. Are there any other word forms we can tell? That's right, there is the adjective accumulative. Accumulative. For example, the accumulative effects of pollution are getting worse. The accumulative effects of pollution are getting worse. So once more, what were the three words that we covered? The verb accumulate, the adjective accumulative, and the noun accumulation. Affordable. Adjective, reasonably priced. Inexpensive. Affordable. Adjective, just means to be reasonably priced and inexpensive. For example, I can only buy things that are affordable, not things that are too expensive. I can only buy things that are affordable, not things that are too expensive. Is there a verb? That's right, afford. Afford. For example, a Lamborghini car can cost $1 million. Can you afford it? A Lamborghini car can cost up to $1 million. Can you afford it? And is there another word form we can think of? Yes, adverb affordably. Affordably. For example, fast food is bad, but affordably cheap. Fast food is unhealthy, but affordably cheap. So again, what are the word forms? The adjective affordable, verb afford, and adverb affordably. Ambitious. Adjective, motivated, with a strong desire to succeed. Ambitious. Adjective, to be motivated with a strong desire to succeed. For example, this man is ambitious. He is a businessman. This man is ambitious. He is a businessman. Are there any other word forms we can think about? Yep, that's right. For example, we have the concept itself, the noun ambition. Ambition. For example, ambition is a good thing to have. Everyone should have a goal or dream in life. Ambition is a good thing to have. Everyone should have a goal or dream in life. Is there one more word form we can think about? Yes, it is the adverb ambitiously. Ambitiously. For example, when Andrew was a child, he ambitiously wanted to grow up to be an astronaut. When Andrew was a child, he ambitiously wanted to grow up to be an astronaut. So once more, what are the word forms we covered? Ambitious, the adjective, ambition, the noun, and ambitiously, the adverb. At an alarming rate. Noun, extremely quickly. At an alarming rate. Noun, extremely quickly. For example, COVID-19 spread from China at an alarming rate. COVID-19 spread from China at an alarming rate. Be in rough shape. Verb, to be in bad condition. Be in rough shape. Verb, it means to be in bad condition. For example, this guy looks to be in real rough shape. He looks like he got beat up. This guy looks to be in real rough shape. It looks like he got into a fight. Come up with solutions. Come up with solutions. Verb, to find answers to problems. Come up with solutions. Verb, to find answers to problems. For example, we need new leaders in the world to come up with solutions to the pressing problems of our time. Again, we need new leaders in the world to come up with solutions to the pressing problems of our time. So come up with solutions just means to find answers to problems. Consume. Verb, to eat or ingest. Again, consume. Verb, to eat or ingest. For example, they are consuming food and drink. They are consuming food and drink. And is there a noun form of consume? That's right, consumption. Consumption. For example, the consumption of alcohol is banned in the KSA. The consumption of alcohol is banned in the KSA. So again, what are the word forms? The verb consume and the noun consumption. Contaminate. Verb, to make something impure by exposure or addition of a poisonous or polluting substance. Again, contaminate is a verb and it means to make something impure by exposure to or addition of a poisonous or polluting substance. For example, be careful not to contaminate the water. We drink it. Be careful not to contaminate the water. We drink it. Are there any other word forms we can think of? That's right, we have the noun contamination. Contamination. The concept itself. And is there another noun form? That's right, a contaminant. A contaminant. A contaminant is the is the substance or chemical, for example, that causes the contamination. So a contaminant is, for example, a chemical that causes the contamination. So again, what's more, what are the word forms? Contaminate, verb. Contamination, noun. A secondary noun, a contaminant. Debris. Prepositional phrase. Don't think so. I think it's a noun. Debris, litter or trash. Again, debris, litter or trash. I would say it's litter or trash. I would say debris is just broken things, broken objects. For example, in a car crash, there is lots of debris after a car crashes. Another example you can see from this picture, there's lots of debris in Hofuf. Many old buildings have fallen down. Again, there's lots of debris in Hofuf. Many old buildings have been torn down or fallen down. Debris. Depleted. Verb, to use up a supply of something. Again, depleted, verb, to use up a supply of something. For example, he has depleted all of his teeth and health. This man has depleted his teeth and his health. Detected. Adjective, found or discovered. Detective, adjective, found or discovered. For example, the camera has detected a face. Camera has detected a face. And are there any other word forms you can think about? Yes, we have detectable. Detectable, something can be found or discovered. The verb detect. Detect. Teachers are good at detecting liars, cheaters. The noun detective, like a police officer, a detective. Detection and detectability. So the nouns are detective, detection, and detectability. So once more, what are all the word forms? We have the adjective, detected, secondary adjective, detectable, the verb detect, and the nouns detective, detection, and detectability. Discarded. Adjective, thrown away or gotten rid of. Discarded is an adjective and it means thrown away or gotten rid of. For example, a forlorn discarded flag flutters in the junkyard. A forlorn discarded flag flutters in the junkyard. And is there a verb for this? That's right, discard. Discard. For example, when you discard of something, make sure you put it in the garbage. When you discard of something, make sure you put it in the garbage. What are the word forms once more? Discarded adjective and discard verb. Discover. Discover. Verb, to detect or find. Discover, verb, to detect or find. For example, NASA is trying to discover life on Mars. Again, the verb, NASA is trying to discover life on Mars. And is there a noun? That's right, discovery. Discovery. For example, life on Mars would be a huge discovery. Life on Mars would be a huge discovery. Once more, what are the word forms? We have the noun, discovery, and the verb, discover. Entail. Verb, to involve or demand, require. Entail is a verb and it means to involve or inquire, demand or require. For example, a situation that entails considerable risks, e.g., working on an offshore oil platform. A situation that entails considerable risks, for example, offshore oil platforms, working on an offshore oil platform. Those jobs entail a certain amount of risk. Entrap, verb, to catch something. Entrap, verb, to catch something. For example, she was entrapped by family expectations. She was entrapped by family expectations to get married and have kids. Is there a noun form? That's right. Entrapment. Entrapment. For example, entrapment, police entrapment is a crime. Cannot be trapped by the police. Entrapment. So once more, what are the word forms? Entrapment, noun, and entrap, verb. Estimate, verb, to calculate a rough, not exact number or value. Again, estimate, verb, to calculate a rough, not exact number or value. So you can see here that he is trying to estimate what resources he needs, estimating the time, estimating what kind of human skills he needs, and the cost of doing all of this. And can we think of any other word forms? Yep, we have the adjective estimated, estimated. And we also have the nouns, an estimate, and an estimation. So once more, what are the word forms? We have estimate, the verb, estimated, adjective, and the nouns, an estimate, and an estimation. Feasible, adjective, possible or reasonable. Feasible, adjective, possible or reasonable. For example, I don't think that is feasible. It's just not possible. I don't think that this is feasible. It's just not possible. Are there any other word forms we can think about? Yes, we have the noun itself, feasibility, feasibility. And we have the adverb feasibly, feasibly. Grim, adjective, extremely serious and depressing. Grim, adjective, it means extremely serious and depressing. For example, this is the Grim Reaper. This is the Grim Reaper. Do we have an adverb? Yes, grimly, grimly. For example, she had a grimly determined look on her face. She had a grimly determined look on her face. Once more, what are the word forms? We have grim, the adjective, and grimly, the adverb. Hypothesize, hypothesize. Verb, to make an assumption or explanation based on limited research. To make an educated guess. Again, to make an assumption or explanation based on limited research. To make an educated guess. For example, You must hypothesize the answer for the research paper. You must hypothesize the answer for the research paper. Are there any word forms? Yes, there is the adjective hypothetical. Hypothetical. For example, it wasn't a serious question, just hypothetical. It wasn't a serious question, it was just hypothetical. Is it possible? And the noun, what is the noun form? That's right, hypothesis. Hypothesis. For example, I am writing a hypothesis for my research paper. I am writing a hypothesis for my research paper. Once more, what are the word forms? The noun hypothesis, the adjective hypothetical, and the verb hypothesize. Incredibly. Adverb, believe it or not, used to introduce a statement that is hard to believe. Incredibly. Adverb, to believe it or not, used to introduce a statement that is hard to believe. For example, incredibly, despite having his parachute fail to open, John survived the fall to Earth. Again, incredibly, despite having his parachute fail to open, John survived the fall to Earth. And do we have an adjective form? That's right. Incredible. For example, this man is doing something incredible. This man is doing something incredible. And what are the word forms once more? The adjective incredible and the adverb incredibly. Ingest, verb, to consume or eat. For example, the doctor said to ingest. The doctor said not to ingest anything before taking medication. Again, doctor said not to ingest anything before taking the medication. Irrigate. Verb, to supply water to crops. Irrigate. Verb, to supply water to crops. For example, some areas of Saudi Arabia have been irrigated to increase farming. Again, some areas of Saudi Arabia have been irrigated to increase farming. And where does the concept of irrigate come from? What word? That's right, the noun irrigation. Irrigation. For example, irrigation is the idea of digging channels to help spread water for farming. Irrigation is the idea of digging channels to help spread water for farming. Once more, what are the word forms? Irrigate, the verb, and the noun irrigation. Key. Adjective, crucial, very important. Key. Adjective, crucial, very important. For example, the detective made a key discovery. The detective made a key discovery in the murder case. And the noun obviously is a key itself. For example, here's the key to the house, don't lose it. Again, here's the key to the house, don't lose it. So the word forms are the noun, a key, a physical key, and key being the adjective meaning very important. Make someone think about. Verb, to raise awareness about something. Make someone think about. Verb, to raise awareness about something. For example, when you watch the news, what does it make you think about? Again, when you watch the news, what does it make you think about? Multi-purpose. Adjective, having several purposes or functions. Multi-purpose. Adjective, having several purposes or functions. For example, a Swiss Army knife is a multi-purpose utility knife. A Swiss Army knife is a multi-purpose utility knife. And from this picture, we can see that this vacuum is multi-purpose. It has more than one purpose. Obvious. Adjective, clear-cut. Obvious. Adjective, clear-cut. For example, if something is obvious, it's quite predictable. You can guess it's going to happen. If something is obvious, it's quite predictable. You can guess it. You guess what the answer is. You can guess what it is. And is there any other word? Are there any other word forms? That's right. We have an adverb. Obviously. Obviously. For example, she is obviously sick. She needs to go into quarantine. She is obviously sick. She needs to go into quarantine. So what are the word forms once more? Obvious, adjective, and obviously, adverb. Pervasive. Adjective, found in every part of something. Something widely spread and found in many areas. Again, pervasive is an adjective, and it means to be found in every part of something, something widely spread and found in many areas. For example, McDonald's is pervasive. There are thousands of locations worldwide. Again, McDonald's is pervasive. There are thousands of locations worldwide. And what is the verb form? What is the verb form? Pervade. Pervade. Adverb. What's the adverb form? Pervasively. Pervasively. And the noun, pervasiveness. Pervasiveness. So once more, the word forms are pervasive, adjective, the verb pervade, the adverb pervasively, and the noun pervasiveness. Portrayed. Adjective, described or shown as something. Represented. Portrayed. Adjective, described or shown as something represented. For example, Jack Sparrow in this picture. Jack Sparrow was portrayed by the actor Johnny Depp. Jack Sparrow in this picture was portrayed by the actor Johnny Depp. Are there any word forms that we can think of? Yep, we have the noun, two nouns, a portrayal, and a portrait, a portrait. So once more, the word forms are portrayed, adjective, the nouns, portrayal, and a portrait. Prevention. Prevention. Noun, stopping someone from doing something. Keep something from happening. Prevention. Noun, stopping someone from doing something. Keep something from happening. For example, call the crime prevention number to stop crime. call the crime prevention number to stop crime. Are there any other word forms? Yes, we have the adjective preventative. Preventative. For example, this treatment is preventative. It is to stop it getting worse. This treatment is preventative. It is to stop it getting worse. And the verb prevent. Prevent. For example, there are many things you can do to prevent identity loss. This thinks back to the earlier chapter. Again, there are many things you can do to prevent identity loss. So once more, what are the word forms? We have the noun, prevention, the verb, prevent, and the adjective, preventative. Propose. Verb, to present a possible solution to a problem. Propose. Verb, to present a possible solution to a problem. For example, in this picture, this man is going to propose to his girlfriend. And in this picture, we can see this man is going to propose to his girlfriend. Are there any other word forms? That's right, we have the noun, a proposal, and a secondary noun, a proposition. What about the adjective? Proposed. Posed. So once more, what are the word forms? Propose, verb, adjective, proposed, and the nouns, a proposal and a proposition. Quantify. Verb, to express something by measuring or counting. Quantify. Verb, to express something by measuring or counting. For example, it's hard to quantify the cost of space travel. There's too many unknowns. Example, it's hard to quantify the cost of space travel. There are too many unknowns. Are there any other word forms? Yes, we have the nouns. What two nouns are they? A quantity and a quantifier. Again, the nouns are a quantity and a quantifier, and the verb quantify. Reduce one's consumption of something. Reduce one's consumption of something. Verb, to cut down on consuming things. Again, it just means to cut down on consuming things. For example, we need to reduce our consumption of oil. We need to reduce our consumption of fossil fuels. We also need to reduce our consumption of plastic. Replenishment. Noun, the process of filling up again. Replenishment. Noun, the process of filling up again. For example, the rate of replenishment is slow. The rate of replenishment is slow. And do we have any other word forms? Yes, we have two adjectives. For example, replenishing, replenishing, and replenished, replenished. Do we have a verb? That's right, replenish, replenish. So the word forms again are replenishment, noun, the verb replenish, and the adjectives replenishing and replenished. Robust. Adjective, something that is large and powerful. Robust. Adjective, something that is large and powerful. For example, Microsoft is from this picture, Microsoft is a robust company. It has withstood many challenges. Microsoft is a robust company. It has withstood many challenges. Scarcity. Noun, the state of being in short supply, a shortage. Scarcity is a noun, and it means the state of being in short supply. Scarcity. So there is a scarcity. For example, there is a scarcity of water in some parts of the world. There is a scarcity of water in some parts of the world. We can also say, we also have the adjective scarce. Scarce. For example, water is scarce in some parts of the world. Water is scarce in some parts of the world. And the last one, the adverb scarcely. Scarcely. For example, I could scarcely believe my eyes. A flying cow. I could scarcely believe my eyes. A flying cow. And the word forms once more are scarcely adverb, scarce adjective, and a scarcity noun. Sustainability. Sustainability. Noun, being maintained at a certain rate or level. Again, sustainability is a noun, and it means being maintained at a certain rate or level. For example, the pursuit of global environmental sustainability is important. Again, the pursuit of global environmental sustainability is important. And do we have it? What other word forms do we have? Yes, we have the verb sustain. Sustain. Do you have enough money to sustain yourself? What other word forms? We have the adjectives sustained, sustained, and sustaining, sustaining. So once more, the word forms are sustainability, noun, sustain, verb, and the adjectives sustained and sustaining. To sum up, noun, in short. To sum up, noun, in short. Or in other words, in conclusion. In conclusion, another synonym. For example, to sum up, we only have a few more slides. To sum up, we only have a few more slides left in this video. Toxic. Adjective, poisonous or very dangerous. Harmful. Toxic is an adjective, and it means poisonous or very dangerous. Harmful. For example, in this picture, we can see that the groundwater is toxic. It can kill plants and animals. Toxic. Viability. Noun, the ability for something to work successfully. Viability. Noun, the ability for something to work successfully. For example, a viability study needs to be done to check if it is environmentally feasible. Again, a viability study needs to be done to check if it is environmentally feasible. It's possible environmentally. And do we have any other word forms? Yep, we have the adjective viable. Viable. For example, he is a viable blood donor. You can take blood from him. He is a viable blood donor. You can take blood from him. So again, the word forms that we covered are viability, noun, and the adjective viable. Water use. Noun, water footprint. Water use, noun, water footprint. So you can see here in this pie chart we have water use divided into different activities. For example, 40% of water use is used in baths and showers. And a further 20% of water use is accorded to flushing the toilet. So bath water and flushing the toilet are two of the biggest household water uses. You decide. Noun, it's up to you. You decide, it's up to you. For example, how much studying should you do? You decide. How much studying should you do? You decide. Where should we go out to eat tonight? You decide. It's up to you. It's your choice to make. Okay, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found this video useful, and I look forward to helping you out with the vocabulary in the next video. Thank you very much, and have a good day.